Alright, so today I'm going to continue the part 2 for the SPM 2019 MF paper 2 here. So in the part 1 actually I stopped at question 5, so I will continue at the question 6 here. So at the question 6 here, so first thing is they always tell you it's not it's not in skill, so basically the solution by skill drawing is not acceptable, so basically you cannot use your ruler to measure it. So so diagram 3 actually show the position of the jetty O and the kelong KLRST in the sea. So basically you can see you have different kelong here. So the kelong L is situated 400 meters from O. So basically L will be 400 from O. So L will be 400 from O. So I will just assume there's something, let me just change my color here. So like from O to L is about 400 meters. Alright, and then and R is situated 600 meters from O. So R is 600 from O. Here already 400. So I assume R is okay, R will be another 200. If they are straight line. If they are not the straight line, then it's totally different story. In the directions of OL. Okay, they say in the direction of OL, so I assume they are the straight line. Even though it doesn't look like a straight line, but because they say in the direction of OL, so I pretty much sure there are the straight lines. So another 200 here, so total will be 600. Just assume they are the straight line, okay, because they say in the OL directions. So S is situated 300 from O, so S is basically 300 from O, so I will write OS is basically 300 here. And T is situated 600 from S, so T will be just 600 here from S. This is the information I have in the direction of OS, so I pretty much confirm OST is a straight line, I think. Alright, so and then the last sentence here is okay, so LKT, where's L? LKT are situated on the straight line such that the distance, okay, so they tell you LKT here is a straight line as well, so I hope you can see it's a straight line, such that the distance of the kelong K from the kelong T is 5 times its distance from L. So here is very important to understand what does it mean by the its here. So if you read carefully again, they say K from T. So K from T is 5 times its, so its here means K distance from L. So basically what they're trying to mean is KT is basically equals to 5 times of KL. Alright, if you cannot understand this one, you want to change it in a ratio, you can always do that. So I prefer do something like KT over KL will be 5 over 1. Because this is 1, I just move the whole thing to the other side. 5 in 5 over 1. So therefore KT ratio KL is 5 ratio 1. So if you understand this way, you can know, okay, my KT is ratio 5 here, and KL will be ratio 1 here. So you can see kind of the 5 1 here. Okay, so this is all the information I have so far from the questions. And then then the question going to ask me to use some symbol to represent the every 100 meter here. So let's check it out. What is this? So okay, so by using the P to represent 100 meter in the direction of OR, so P represent 100 meter in the direction of OR. Okay, nice. Okay, and then Q represents 150 meter in the direction of OT. So Q will be OT directions. Okay, nice, for 150 meter. So okay, so what they want here is they ask about OK and RK. So okay, they ask about OK. Okay, so because of that information, I will just write down some information I have. So let me erase this thing. So okay, we go to the OR direction first. We have some vector here, isn't it? So first thing I know my OL is equals to 4p, isn't it? Because p represents 100 meter in the OR directions. So I know OR is basically 6p. Right, then I can have the OS, isn't it? Because they say Q basically represents 150 meter. So if you're not sure like how many Q you have for OS, you just divide 150. You should be able to get 2Q here. Alright, then I will go to OT. Okay, O to T basically is 900. You use 900, if you divide it by 150, you should be able to get 6Q. Okay, so it will be 6Q. Just in case maybe I need ST, I will just write down ST as well. So ST is just 4Q. Alright, and just in case I need LR, I will just write down my LR also. My L to R is 2P. Okay, this is almost all the vector I can get from there, and then I believe later I might need to find the LT as well, but yeah, let's do step by step. Alright, so the first thing they ask about OK. So I want to find the OK. So O to K here, yeah, now I need LK in order to find OK. So yeah, in order to find the LK here, yeah, I can just say LK is basically will equals to 1 over 6 of LT, isn't it? So therefore, yeah, this is, so I can get LK is equal to 1 over 6 LT. L to T basically is LO plus OT, isn't it? LO will be negative 4P plus OT. What is OT? Plus 6Q. So from here, I should be able to get my LK here. Let me just expand it. So it's negative 4 over 6. So it's negative 2 over 3P plus Q. Alright, so now I have LK. I can find my OK easily. In order to get OK, I will say OL plus LK. So OL will be 4P plus my LK. So plus negative 2 over 3P plus Q. So by solving this one, I should be able to get my OK. So 4 is basically, if I change to denominator 3 here, so it should be a 12 here. So it'll be 10 over 3P plus Q. Alright, after I got OK, they asked about RK. I need to see where is the vector RK here. Okay, they asked about RK, something like this. R to K. So in order to get the RK, I will kind of need some information here. Okay, I can say RK is equals to RO plus OK. Okay, equals to RO plus OK. Yeah, we have the RO is negative 6P here. Because opposite direction, we will just add a negative for it. Because this OR go to RO, we just add a negative. And OK, we just got it above here. So we plus 10 over 3P plus Q. Okay, negative 6 is changed to this over 1, right? If I times 3, this one become negative 18. So it's negative 8 over 3P. Negative 8 over 3P. And then plus Q. Alright, this is how I get my OK and RK. Yeah, the 3 mark actually is quite a lot of work for the 3 mark here. Okay, then what next is, if Joe used the binoculars to observe the Kelong R from Kelong S, determines whether the Kelong R can be seen without blocked by the Kelong K or otherwise. Prove your answer mathematically. So basically, what this question trying to ask you is, they want to know is like, okay, they want to from R to S. Will R to S being blocked by the K or not? It's very depend, like RKS is a straight line or not. So what you want to do here is you want to prove that they are the straight line or not. So what you can do is, okay, so I will just assume. Okay, I just assume they are the straight line. Okay, so I will just assume RKS is a straight line. Okay, so if RKS is a straight line, we already have RK, right? So it's not hard for us to find a RS. So I will use two vector here. I will use RK because we already found just now. And then I will use RS. RS here is not hard to find. I will not choose the KS. It's going to take me some time to figure it out. So yeah, I just need to know what is RS. RS is basically RO plus OS, right? It's not hard also. So since I assume the other straight line, what I'm going to say is okay, I'm going to say RS will equals to the lambda of RK. Because the other straight line, the lambda here will just give me some number, some constant value, or you can call it as a fraction sometime. So yeah, so what I will do here is I will just insert my value and then see whether my lambda value is the same or not. I'm going to show you how I do. Okay, let me just rewrite it here, equals to lambda. Okay, you can only write this one if they are the straight line, or in the mathematical term they call collinear. Right, if they are collinear or the straight line, you can always do this, or they are parallel, you can do this also. So yeah, what is RS again? RS is basically RO plus OS, right? RO will be negative 6p, OS will be 2q. So I will say negative 6p plus 2q plus 2q equals to lambda. Okay, what is my RK is on the top here, right? Negative 8 over 3p plus q. Alright, so if I multiply my lambda into both here, you should be able to see how I will do the comparing here. Lambda p plus lambda q. So if I comparing the q here, my 2 will equals to my lambda, isn't it? Because I comparing q means I take the number in front of them, then I will get 2 equals to the lambda here. So if I do the same thing, but now I comparing the p, this is what happened is I will get negative 6 equals to negative 8 over 3 lambda. By solving this one, my lambda is basically equals to equals to negative 18 divided by negative 8. So it will be 9 over 4, which is 2.25. So it is not exactly value 2 here. So because lambda value is not the same, so I can very sure they are not the straight line here. So therefore RKS is not a collinear, or you can say it's not a straight line. It's not a collinear. Therefore the whether R is since without being blocked by K, therefore R will be blocked by K, by Kelong K. Yeah, the definition part you can actually just do yourself. So what this question trying to ask you to do is, they're actually trying to ask you to prove that they are straight line or they are not. So yeah, so you just need to show if they are collinear, then the R actually will being blocked by K. If not, then it will not block by K. So yeah, from my working here, obviously it is not. I hope I didn't make any carry mistake here. If you find any, please let me know. Okay, question 7 here. Okay, we have a metal solids is formed by a cone and a cylinder with a common ratio, and then the total surface area is this one. So we have an area here. So the area is equals to 2 pi 18 over r plus r squared over 3. So then the solid expand when heated. So it is given that the surface area of the solid change at the rates 1.4 pi cm square per second. If you do not know how to write this one, I always ask my student to actually check their units. You realize it's cm square. Cm square stands for what? Stands for area. And S-1 stands for what? S-1 basically stands for divide time. So basically, this is dA dt. Okay, so it's basically 1.4 pi cm square per second. Alright, and then you want to know the dA dt will have negative or not. You need to actually understand the question whether the area become bigger or smaller. So because they use the word expand, so I believe it's a positive 1.4 pi. And then they ask you to find the rate of change of the radius. So rate of change means what? Rate of change means they want to know dt must related to the time, because this is how we do the rate of change of the radius. That means they ask about dr dt. So when r is equals to 6, so we know rate of change, we always need to form the chain rule by ourselves. So this is how I will form the chain rule. I will need to draw two lines for the different fraction. This is dr, so I will copy the dr here. This is dt, I will copy the dt here. And then middle, these two terms must be the same. So obviously, if you guess from this term, you should know this is dA. Right, the dA dt we already have is basically 1.4 pi. It's simple. And we don't have the dr dA. So therefore, from dr dA here, I understand I need to differentiate from the a here to get the dA dr first. And then I will flip over the thing. So depend you know how to differentiate this one or not. So if you're not sure, so I will always ask my student to do one more step, is basically expand them. So this is like 36. 2 times 18, right? Pi r negative 1. And then plus, I will call this one is 2 pi over 3 r square. Alright, then I differentiate like this will be a lot easier. Move the negative 1 to the front. It's negative 36 pi r negative 2. Plus, move the 2 to the front. Is multiply, become 4 pi over 3. And then r1. Alright, and then the question tells us that r equals to 6. So I will need to substitute it in. So, but before I substitute, I will just write in the standard form. Or you can just type everything into the calculator if you don't mind. R over 3. So, okay, now I can substitute pi over 6 square plus 4 pi 6 over 3. So, by doing this one, 36 and 36, I have negative pi here. And then this one and this one, I will simplify. 2 here, I plus 8 pi. So I will get 7 pi here. So this is the value of dA dr. But the question asks about dr dA, or we want dr dA. So therefore, dA dr equals to 7 pi over 1. So dr dA, what we do is we will flip over, become 1 over 7 pi. So then I will just plug in into here. So therefore my dr dt, if I substitute this one into here, I get 1 over 7 pi. Multiply dA dt we have at the very beginning, which is the 1.4 pi. Alright, so in order to get dr dt, I will just do the 1.4 divided by 7. So I will get 0.2 pi. No more pi. Pi and pi simplified, so I get 0.2. If you worry about what unit you should write, actually you don't write unit, I believe you will get correct. But if you insist you want to write, r is radius, radius is length, so I write cm per second. Alright, this is how I get the part 1. Actually take quite a lot of space to do that. And then for the part 2, they ask you find the approximate change of the surface area. So in order to get the approximate change here, we have the approximate change formula. But let me finish the questions. Approximate change in area in terms of pi when the radius is increased. So I believe this is change of A over change of R equals to dA dr. Alright, so okay, so change of A is what they are trying to ask you to find, because they ask you to find approximate change in the surface area. So this is the thing we want to find. I will leave it there. And we know how the radius change, right? So how to get change of R, basically take the new value minus the old value, minus 6, we get 0.02 here. So yeah, then I get change. So this one remain, I want to find, this one is 0.02. And then equals to the dA dr. This is our DADR, isn't it? This is our DADR. You must be very careful what is your R value. So the R value here, you always take the original value of you always take the original value of R here in order to solve it. So I'm not sure why it actually go that way. So but anyways, let me see whether I can undo it or not. Okay, it doesn't seem the undo works, but okay, anyways, we know the R value is equal to 6, right? So the R value is still the same because just now we already substituted 6 into here. So yeah, I can straight away take my 7 pi here. Okay, so I can know my change of surface area, approximate change of surface area easily by doing the 0.02 multiply 7 pi. But since the question asks you live in a pi, so I say it's 0.14 pi. Because the question actually asks you live in terms of pi. Yeah, this is how we actually do this one. You always need to know what R value you need to substitute into the small change here. We always substitute the original value of R. That means because R is changed from 6 to 6.02, right? So the original value of R is just 6. So I just plug in the 6 and then I will get the exactly same value with the part 1. Alright, so let's move on to the part 2. Okay, if a solid of the same shapes is to be formed in such that the total surface area is minimum, find the minimum total surface area in terms of pi. Whenever we see minimum, we know its differentiation is a stationary value. We need to differentiate and equals to 0. So what I want to do here is, yeah, total surface area is minimum. So basically they're trying to say, okay, maybe the dA/dr is 0. And then they ask you what is the minimum value, what is the minimum total surface area. So what I want to do here is I would make my dA/dr equal to 0, and then I will solve this one, and then I will get my R value. After I got my R value, I will substitute this R value back into the A to get the minimum area. Okay, you get the idea? So if you get the idea, then I'm going to show you how I'm going to solve. So I'm going to take this equation here. So I will just say negative 36 pi over R squared plus 4 pi R over 3 is equals to 0. This is what happened when dA/dr equals 0. Then I will just solve this equation. I will just move around. 4 pi R over 3 equals to 36 pi over R squared. Why I can do that? Because negative move to the other side become positive. And then I will group the R together because I want to find the R. So my R squared multiply R will become R cubed. So the rest of the thing I'm going to move to the other side, become multiply 3 over 4 pi. 4 pi and this one simplify, I get 9. So R cubed will equals to 27. My R equals to 3. But remember, don't stop here because the question doesn't ask about what's the minimum value of R. So they ask about A. So you must substitute back into the A here. So A will equals to, where's our A here? Wow, 2 pi, okay. 2 pi, and then 18 over R, isn't it? 18 over R plus R squared over 3. Plus R squared over 3. Then I will just sub my 3 into here. 18 over 3, give me 6. 9 over 3, give me 3. So this is 9. 9, so I get 18 pi. So this one will be my minimum area. Alright, I hope so far so good. We already done 2 questions. If you are okay, then I'm going to move on to the next questions. Alright, I just don't like to discuss about this question, but yeah, since we need to do, so let's discuss because I'm not 100% sure about this question, but I will try my best to explain my logic here. I will explain to you why I get that answer. Yeah, because I try to find what is the correct answer online, and yeah, different teacher actually give me different results, so it's fine. I will actually provide my own result as well. So okay, let's see what happened. Okay, so the diagram 4 actually show the tarts target sports at the tart game booth in a fun fair. So the booth offer 3 tart per game. So the customer have to pay 5 ringgit to play a game. So a toy bear will be given to a customer who are able to hit the blue eyes for the 3 tart throw in a game. So the pot is a tart player. By average, he hit the blue eyes 7 times out of the 10 tart thrown. So basically, blue eyes is the middle one. If you play this game before, you should know middle one normally is red color. Okay, so basically you need to have like 3 tart actually hit the blue eye, then you will get a bear. See, this is the logics. So okay, now with a lot of information here. So okay, so basically each the booth will actually give you 3 tart per game. So that means 5 ringgit. If you pay 5 ringgit, he actually will give you 3 tarts here. Okay, so and then you need to hit blue eye 3 times. Obviously, from the diagram, you should be able to understand that in order to get a bear. Okay, so we have the sort of the P value. So he will hit the blue eyes 7 out of 10. The probability of success, something like that. Okay, so just let me use the P first. I know at the end the P is not this value, but it's fine. So Pot would play the game if he had at least 90% chance to win at least 1 toy bear by spending 30 ringgit. This part is a bit confusing because there's 2 at least here. At least 90% to win at least 1 toys. In order to solve this question, because he has 30 ringgit, right? So first thing is I want to know 30 ringgit he can play how many games first. So I will just use the 30 ringgit divided by 5 ringgit. Then I know, he can play 6 games. Okay, so each game, in order to win the bear, right? Each game actually a toy will be given to a customer who able to hit the blue eye for the 3 tarts. So that's mean you cannot like separate game. That's mean like, okay, game 1 maybe I hit 2 blue eyes, game 2 I hit 1, then I will get a bear. No, you will only get a bear is like 1 game you actually hit the blue eye for 3 times. Okay, this is the logic. That means you cannot combine like, okay, the total I hit 9 blue eyes in a 6 game, then I get 3 bear. No, basically what they're trying to say is each game you need to hit the blue eyes for 3 tart, then you will get a bear. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to calculate what is the probability in 1 game he can actually hit the blue eye for 3 times. So we know P is basically stand for 1 time, isn't it? So I want to find the so-called the real P. Means I want to know each game. Okay, so you will hit 3 times, right? So this one multiply 3 times. Okay, if you understand, you will do power of 3. It's the same thing. Okay, so by doing this one, 0.7 power of 3, you will get 0.343. Okay, what is 0.343 here? 0.343 is like, I would say the probability of getting 1 bear in 1 game. Okay, makes sense, right? Because he will be 0.7 is the chance to get 1 blue eyes, right? So in order to win a bear, he need 3 blue eyes. So he get 0.343. Okay, so now I have the P value and I have the N value. My N, I will play 6 games. P is I get 1 bear is 343. And Q is basically 1 minus P. So I will just use the 1 minus the P here, and I will get 0.657. Okay, then I want to win at least 1 bear. So that means X must be bigger or equals to 1. This is what happens is at least 1 bear, then only he will play. So what I'm doing here is I try to calculate what is the probability to win at least 1 bear. So if this probability at the end is less than 90%, then I will ask Pop, don't play this game. If I get the probability is more than 90%, then I will ask the Pop, you must play this game. Okay, so you should know the formula for probability X equals to R, right? So basically it's NCR PR QN minus R. So I'm going to use this formula here. But this is inequality. This is equal, right? So what I understand is when more or equals to 1, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus until n. Yeah, but he can only play 6 games, right? So yeah, plus until 6, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus until 6. But in order to save some time, I will use 1, which is total, to minus probability x equals to 0, right? Because this is how we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So therefore, yeah, this is just a faster way. Yeah, you must use this faster way unless you really want to for 1 plus until 6 game. Alright, so okay, so then I have the 6C0. My P is 343. And then we'll power of the 0. And then I have 0.657 and power of 6. Alright, so then I will just use the calculator to do this one. 1 minus 0.657 power of 6. Because this is 1 and this is 1 as well, because anything power of 0 is just 1. Then I will get 0.9196. Therefore, it have 91.96% to win at least one bear. So should to win at least one bear. So should Pop actually play this game? Yes, right, because he say if at least 90%, then he will play this game. So yes, I will say Pop should play the game. Okay, this is how I answer this kind of questions. And then for the part B here, yeah, this is a bit tricky part because he give you 3 marks. They say what's the minimum numbers of the minimum number of game that Pop needed so that he can get 4 toys bear. Right, so my logic here is I want to know, like, average how many game Pop actually need to play. Like, average need to play how many games in order to win 4 bear here. Then from the average there, I guess my minimum number. Yeah, because I see some teacher actually say, okay, win 4 bear basically is just play 4 game. Then he can, yeah, there's a minimum number he actually win the 4 bear. But then the problem is, yeah, is not logic, right? Because okay, 2 logic here. First is, if I straight away write 4 game here, I don't think I can easily get the 3 mark. This is logic number 1. The logic number 2 here, if you understand about percentage, so basically each game he will win 1 bear, the chance is around 34.3% only. That means if I time 10 games, if I play 10 games here, I will actually win about I will actually win about 3.4 bear, isn't it? So yeah, because you use like 10 multiply 0.343, you actually get 3.43, right? So basically, if the percentage of win 1 bear is 34.3%, if I play 10 games, I only will win around 3.4 bear only. It's not even close to the 4 bear. This is like my logics, okay? I might be wrong, so I just share my logics here. So over here, in order to get a minimum number to get 4 bear, so what I will do over here is, yeah, I will do the mean. So I will just want to know average how many, mean basically mean average, right? So he must win, minimum number he need to play, he will get 4 bear. So I will get, okay, at least you will get 4 bear here. So in order to get, mean to get 4 bear, we know probability of getting 1 bear and number of game I need to play is n. P will be the probability of getting 1 bear. So I want to at least 4 bear, isn't it? So this one is basically 0.343. Must bigger or equals to 4. So then I will just do 4 divided by 0.343. So I will get something like, okay, n is 11.66. So that's mean if Pop actually play any number more than 11.66 game, he can actually win the 4 bear here. So therefore, if you ask me about the minimum number, because game we cannot have decimal, isn't it? It doesn't make sense. So I would just say, okay, the minimum number is 12 game. Yeah, if you ask me, can choose 13, 14, 15? Yes, you can. But the question asks you about the minimum number. So minimum number, yeah, I will choose 12. That means any number more than 12, definitely I will win 4 pair. But they ask about minimum number, right? So I take the smallest over here. So this is the reason why I use the integrity here. That means equals, he can get 4 pair or more than 4 pair. Okay, so yeah, this is my logic. I'm not 100% confident my answer is correct, so I just share my logic here. Yeah, if you get different answer, yeah, feel free to share the comment below to let me know. Right, so then I will go to the question number 9 here. Alright, okay, for this question number 9 here is a coordinate geometry. So diagram 5 actually show the path of moving P. So you know P basically is a locus because it's a moving point P. So it's a locus, move at a constant distance from point A. So yeah, you know this one is a circle. So we have the B, we have coordinate B, coordinate R is lie on the path B. So basically on the diagram of at the diagram here, you only will see the point B here. You doesn't see R. So R might be somewhere here. We do not know, but at least I know R is must on the locus of the P here. Okay, so and then the straight line BC is tangent. The straight line BC is tangent to the path and intersect x-axis at a point C. So the straight line BC, so I believe I have a line like this. It's just tangent, touch a B here, and then will intersect x-axis at the point C here. Okay, this is all the information I have. Okay, so at the x-axis, at least we have some information is our y must equal 0. So I have some x value here. And coordinate B I have is -1 and -2. And R I do not have. And A I have. Alright, so yeah, R is -5 and Q. Okay, this is all the information the question gives me. So right now I need to start doing this question. Okay, so they ask us to find the equation of the path of the point B. So basically they ask about what's the locus of B. Whenever we do locus, right, we know basically we need to use the distance formula. Yeah, just in case some students do not know about distance formula, basically it's square root x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So most of the time we will use distance. This is not the only way, but yeah, I love to use distance to do locus. Alright, so okay, so in order to get the P here, at least I need 2 information. Okay, so yeah, because the A is a center point, right? So therefore, at least I understand is the distance from A to P. Distance from A to P must be same with the distance from A to B, isn't it? So first thing is, yeah, I can use this to form my locus. So AP will equals to my AB. Okay, so yeah, then from here, because this is locus, right, and then they are same distance from A, so definitely they are the same. This is just a radius. Alright, so then I will just form here. Okay, I will just form the equation, and then from these 2 distance formula, and then I solve it, I will get my locus equation, just like that. Okay, so P is xy, right? So I will just use P first. Yeah, so base P is xy. My A is -2, 1. So I prefer x first, okay? So x minus -2, x plus 2 square, and then plus y minus 1 square. Okay, I solve about AP. Then I need to solve about AB. What is my coordinate B here? -1, -2. Okay, so I will just say -2 plus 1 square, and then I plus 1 plus 2 square. Because 1 minus -2 is 1 plus 2 square. The good thing about equal distance is I can square both sides to cancel out the square root. Then I just need to solve here. So I expand this one, x squared plus 4x plus 4. Expand this one, I will get y squared minus 2y plus 1. And then I will just solve this one. This is 1 square, which is 1. This is 3 square, which is 9. So here it will give me 10. So yeah, I rearrange the equation, then I get my answer. So I will just arrange x squared first, then y squared, then x, then y, then number. This is 5 minus 10 minus 5 equals 0. So this is the equation they asked for. So I already done the part A. Yeah, this is the equation of locus here. And then B, they ask you to find the possible value of Q. Where's the Q here? Q actually located at the R here. So since R, we know R actually lies on the locus, isn't it? So what the good thing about this is, okay, I can substitute the x value into the equation of locus to find my y value. This is always the case. So yeah, my x is negative 5 squared plus my y is q squared. So this is negative 5 minus 2q minus 5 equals 0. If you see carefully, you should know this is a quadratic equation, and then you kind of need to solve this quadratic equation. So q squared minus 2q. Alright, we have about 25 minus 20. 25 minus 20, we get 25 minus 20, we get 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, nice. So we have the q, I factorize the q. Then I should be able to get two values of q. Q equals 0 and q equals to 2. So they asked me to find a possible value of q. Yeah, this is the possible value of q. Alright, then they asked me to find the area of ABC. Alright, because we don't have the coordinate C as well, but we kind of need to know what is the A, B, and C. Okay, now this is the purpose of tangent. So if straight line BC is tangent to the path here, I know here must be 90 degrees, then only we can get tangent here. So right now my logic is, I want to find the equation of tangent first. After I got the equation of tangent here, then I will just make my equation of tangent intersect the x-axis to get my C coordinates. Okay, so if you get it, then I will just, let me erase this part because I kind of need some space to write. And I hope I doesn't need to use the information already. So yeah, because of 90 degree, we have a formula for it, right? So basically m1, m2 equal to negative 1 is for 90 degree. Remember this formula, very, very useful in this topic. So yeah, so I can get a gradient of AB. Alright, then I know it will, if I multiply gradient of AB, multiply gradient of BC, I should get negative 1 because they are 90 degree. So in order to get a gradient, I will use the y minus y. So I say 1 minus negative 2 plus 2 over x minus x. So negative 2 minus negative 1 plus 1. Okay, this one, gradient of BC, I will just leave it there first because I want to form the equation. Negative 1, so this one is what? 3 over negative 1, negative 3. So gradient of BC, negative 3 will become negative 1 over negative 3, isn't it? So you will get 1 over 3. Okay, I hope I didn't make any kind of mistake here. So then I want to form the equation. So yeah, so I have the gradient of this line is basically 1 over 3, and I have the coordinate B. So I'm going to use the coordinate B and the gradient to form the equation by using this formula. This is a straight line formula. Okay, so y minus negative 2, which is plus 2, gradient is 1 over 3, x minus negative 1, which is plus 1. So I got my equation is 1 over 3x plus 1 over 3 minus 2. So yeah, I got my equation of BC here. So this is minus 6, so it's minus 5 over 3. So yeah, in order to find the x-intercept of this straight line BC, this is a straight line BC, okay? I will make y equals 0. So my y will equals 0. So yeah, so I will have 5 over 3 equals to the half x. Then my x equals to 10 over 3. So I got my coordinate C already, which is 10 over 3 and 0. Okay, so yeah, so I got the coordinate C here is 10 over 3, and we haven't finished because the question actually asks us to find the area. Yeah, because this is 90 degree, you can use the distance to find if you want, or you can just use the area formula. Yeah, either one will help you, so it doesn't matter. So in this case, maybe I just use the area formula, seems easier for me. Okay, so the area will equals to half modulus. I will going to write my coordinates ABC here, ABC, and then I'll repeat the first coordinate A here. So my coordinate A is negative 2 and then negative 1. Negative 2 and positive 1. B is negative 1, negative 2. -1, -2. C is 10 over 3, 0. Repeat the first one. Alright, then I will just solving this one real quick. So -2 times -2 is 4. 0 plus 10 over 3. Minus, I multiply the other side like this. So this is 0. I didn't write 0. So this is -20 over 3 minus 1. Alright, so by solving this one, I should be able to get some nice number. 4 plus 10 over 3. And then minus, okay. So I will just do, okay, never mind, step by step. So 22 over 3 minus, this one should give me -23 over 3. So I will just plus 23 over 3. So I get 15. Nice, so this is 15 over 2. So the area is equals to 7.5. Okay, so, but normally you don't write 2 equal like this. Okay, it's equals to 7.5. Yeah, if you want, you can write the unit square. It doesn't matter. Alright, this is how I solve this kind of how many mark 10 mark questions. Yeah, this video is about 45 minutes, so should I stop here? Okay, I just do one more question 10 here, then I will stop this video because I don't want to make my part B become so long. Okay, question 10 here, they ask you to prove the tangent A over 2 equals to the 1 minus cos A over sin A. This one you might need to use the half angle formula. So yeah, I think the question 10 I make it into the part 3 here because I don't want so many K-bar question in the one video. I just hope the student actually can digest well in my video. So yeah, I will stop my video right now. If you like this video, please help me to share this video because yeah, it's not easy to make the 45-minute talk to the mic like non-stop for 45 minutes. Anyways, if you have any question, you can post a comment below, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.